It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey, and welcome. This is Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A number of storylines emerging as the season gets into full swing. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Jack, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets winning their last game against Denver.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right, yeah.
Give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, the greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assembled. And so, one, you have to respect the game. You have to respect the monotony. You have to respect the work. You have to respect the travel. And you have to be thankful, by the way. And when you put all that together, you go into your job and you do the best. Focus on getting better every day. And there's a good chance that you will.
And making sure that you give the fans what they're paying for.
Hey, that's what it's all about. If you don't entertain the fans, hey, something's wrong with you. If you can't have fun with 20,000 screaming fans and the kids with their popcorns and all the stuff going on, if you don't remember what it's about, Kev, you kind of lost your mojo already.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Williams is down low with Zeller. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the 3 slot. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with James Borrego. David.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Walker with a clean look. And the 3 off target. For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The finish, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Lamb, guarded by Hardaway. It's good. Batum's got 5 points so far.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Chalk up 2 there.
He has great body control for a big man. Zeller takes the hit, but keeps on finishing.
Hardaway goes in. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
One shot.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former All-Star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors and the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
Yes, that goes in.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
Vonleh. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists tonight.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
And Williams with the stuff.
And the size Williams has allows him to rise up for these type of dunks. A terrific athlete.
Here's Hardaway. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. In games that came down to 1 possession last season, Chris, the Hornets won 1 but lost 5.
Which is better than going winless in those games as they did the season before. But look, you have to have closers on your team, not just clutch players, but guys who can get their own shot against anyone.
Chance to check out the numbers for Kemba Walker. The past month has been surreal. 10th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
He spots up so well off the ball. Lamb, an excellent all-around jump shooter.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Hornets trail by 8. Stolen by Cantor.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cantor. He hits both from the stripe.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Inside, and the dunk by Zeller.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
And you talk about Cantor's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Here's Lamb. The Knicks making the shot. Vonleh with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. It's a 10-point game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Vonleh. From down in the low post, it goes. Vonleh's got his second basket of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now, here's Walker. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Hornets trail by 9. The pass to Lamb. Kept alive. The kick out to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Got a hand on it. Here's Azania. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris, you've played in so many big moments, pressure-filled moments. When you look around the league, who are the guys, if you were coaching or on their team, who are the guys you'd want to take the last shot? And I'm going to exclude yourself because I know you'd like that last shot. But give me some guys who you could see doing it if you played with them.
Let's just go through the history. Let's go to KD and him coming down on that left side in the finals, shooting a 3, walk-in dribble, shooting a tough 3. And he's done that in 2 big games in the last few seasons. So let's go with KD. How about Steph?
Yes.
Let's go with his teammate Steph Curry from anywhere on the floor, hit you with big threes or layups. Then, okay, let's go to Harden out there in Houston. We know what he can do late in the game. And then if I just like a running one-hander to my left side while looking left and shooting right with the floater off the top of the grass, I'm going to that man, LeBron James, at the last second. We got some great players in this league. It's great to be a fan, Kevin. There's some good basketball going on, baby.
It is. We're lucky, huh?
Yeah.
And he's good on the second. Walker with it. He's got 5. Pass to Williams. Kicks it to Monk. Pass to Zeller. And the layup is good. Zeller's got 6 points.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
Ntilikina off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Floats one. Walker's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Knox. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Knox has got his first basket.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And the Knicks making a change here. Dotson's checked in. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas. Oh!
Goodness.
Wow.
Crazy. And Kidd-Gilchrist never ceases to amaze with his athleticism. Simply phenomenal at dropping the hammer.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Ball stolen. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Easy to understand why people are high on Ntilikina. His defensive instincts are off the charts.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 14. He kicks it to Monk. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Ntilikina. Sinks the triple. Ntilikina's got 9 points.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
That's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Hardaway.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Poked away. Now here's Parker. Coming off a solid outing against Denver. Passes it to Kaminsky. Just 5 to shoot. Parker with a clean look.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Robinson goes in. The shot comes out, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. Parker outside. The pass to Monk. Lets it go with a 3. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Now Parker, still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the paint, here's Kidd-Gilchrist, and he uses the glass on the layup.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Robinson, and the layup's good off the glass. Robinson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Ntilikina gets the bucket, and the Knicks lead by 16.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
To the right side. They get a hand on it. And now the Knicks on the break. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Hornets trail by 18. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
It's deflected.
Now, the length of Kidd-Gilchrist, that's what allows him to catch up with these shots. A sensational shot blocker from behind.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Monk, no one around him. They get it back, and Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's been putting up about 4 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks, and 4 rebounds. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
No good on that one.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And he's good on the second.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
Parker kicks to Monk. Kidd-Gilchrist trying to free himself up. Here's Kaminsky. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kidd-Gilchrist. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. That one falls. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Over to the left wing. Bridges, no one around him. That 3 off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Baker, he's checking in for the Knicks.
Ron Baker.
43 seconds left to play in the first. Parker kicks to Kaminsky. That's tipped. Back to Parker. Lays it up and banks it in. Parker's got his first points of the night.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Hornets trail by 19. Here's Monk. He's another guy now had a stellar performance in that win against Denver. Kicks it to Bridges. The 3. Parker's shot is off. Here's Trier. And so it's New York with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017. Said he was thrilled to go and play in New York.
Man, it's just like dream come true. I'm going to New York. Because like for every player, man, you just want to come to New York. It's a big city, a lot of people, crazy fans. And I mean, of course, the most famous arena in the world. And I was definitely so happy.
That's a great place to play, the Mecca.
And they're hungry for a winner. I think Cantor's willingness to mix it up and challenge opposing teams has endeared him to the fans.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They've balled out to an early lead.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. Eichel, Kid Gilchrist out there with Kaminsky. And it's Bridges in at the 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Count that bucket. Ntilikina's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Parker kicks to Monk. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. And that one's good. Parker.
And the shot clock was getting low there, but Parker did a fantastic job of getting off a good look at the basket, keeping calm even in a tense moment.
Hits the three-point bomb.
I mean, this could end up being a big night for him. I mean, if this quarter is any indication.
41. Pass to Monk. He feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Robinson. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And the Hornets call time here. And talking about Borrego leaving Orlando, and in some ways turned out to be a blessing.
You're right, Kevin. I mean, he spent the next few years in San Antonio as an assistant to Popovich. His second stint as an assistant with the Spurs. The first time around, though, he was part of a 2-time championship team. This man has winning in his genes.
Group on the floor now for Charlotte.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 7th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven and he competes with you for the entire game. And Lamb kicks to Walker. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
For New York, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Moutier, no good.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Lamb.
Just adding to his arsenal. Ntilikina has what it takes to have a huge impact on the offensive end.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Walker the pass to Zeller. Outside, Walker. Left side, Batum. Puts one up from 19. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Moutier with the basket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Charlotte again missing.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Here's Ntilikina. And again, it's New York.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Five on the clock. Over in the corner, Williams. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. The drive by Cantor. Batum with the steal. Right side to Walker. Down low, Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
One of the more positive attributes of Zeller, the explosiveness to play above the rim on a regular basis.
Here's Cantor. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates. I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Walker, bounce pass, and the dunk by Zeller.
The versatility to play in the high post as well as alongside the baseline. Zeller does have places to get his buckets, which have been piling up tonight.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. That's a foul on Charlotte. The Knicks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make it easier adjustment to the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the pros.
Walker finds Williams. On the wing, Batum lets it fly. Wants to get it to Zeller and does.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Here's Moutier, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
Walker's shot is off.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Baseline J on the way, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
For the three, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got 8 points.
Oh, and Walker, with his great balance and coordination, is very smooth transitioning into the pull-up.
And stolen by Zeller. Right side, Batum. A rebound by Hazanya.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
We know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Shot by Zeller, no good. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, it's sad when you're aggressive enough to draw the fouls, but just not enough touch to cash in at the line.
Batum, good.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
It's Hardaway with the drive. He gets that one.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Kaminsky is checked in for Charlotte. The Knicks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
Looking now at some numbers for Moutier. How last month turned out for him? He's around 14 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Here's Lamb. Doesn't go that time. Lamb's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Passes it to Hazanya. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hazanya's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Walker with it. Now defended by Moutier. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
He's got 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter. I mean, for the game, he's got 9 points from deep.
Moment here now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the Hornets head athletic trainer gave us an update. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
To the paint. Here's Lamb. It's rebounded by New York. Hardaway for 3. Kemba Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Walker's got 15.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Charlotte has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. There's the pass to Williams. Looks for Walker, gets it to him. Off target from the baseline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Hardaway uses the glass to finish the layup. Hardaway has got 26.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
And Walker kicks to Batum. And here's Walker. He's got 15. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lamb. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
59 seconds left in the first half. Hardaway with the steal. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we could feel that one all the way over here. Charlotte shooting straight 49% from the field. Now here's Walker. He's tightly guarded to the middle. Deflects the pass. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Lamb.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
.34 seconds left in the first half. And Walker kicks to Williams. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
65.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Walker. Defended by Moutier. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. New York calls timeout.
Timeout, Knicks. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Big time. Big time. Big time. Big time. Boy, you know I'm getting cash money. They don't get no cash for me. We at the on the uppers and we drop it. Jaw squad wannabes. Y'all really not gonna stop. Whoa, I know you see me grinding. I don't ride no rollie cause my time is timeless. Why you tricking off racks on that? I'm tucking money in the safe for my kid and I'm good in the hood. Never tell that girl the truth, I'ma lie to her. Run to my baby mama, see us where I wasn't. But I'm the father of the year and she'll tell you I'm him. Move straight, my young way up at the rim. Pool full up, then I'ma take a swim. If she ain't texting about no money, I ain't reading it. I'ma get some, then I'm a girl, I ain't need. Oh, I'm ballin' like baby. They wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like mayonnaise.
We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. To the middle, here's Bridges. And that one, good.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Knicks ending the second quarter with a 13-4 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Tim Hardaway Jr. He had 35 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Hit his leg.
Kick.
And the ref saying he kicked it. Here's Lamb. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Vonleh, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Moutier. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Hezonja in at the small forward. Here's Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
111-67.
And the Hornets with possession here. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
But really, Lamb, he's a jack of all trades kind of player, a superb passer with good instincts. And look, when you watch Zeller play, his game is all about activity. He runs the floor extremely well for a 7-footer. And remember, he also registered one of the higher verticals at the combine the year he was drafted.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And so here's Charlotte. Walker with it. Clock at 6. Williams outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game. And Zeller drafted 4th overall. But to this point in his career, Chris, he's been mostly a role player.
Yeah, he needs to increase his shooting range the way that other bigs have. And even though he gives maximum effort every night, he has a hard time defending against quickness on the perimeter.
And a wide open look for Lamb. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Hardaway goes in. Basket good. Hardaway has got 39.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
To the inside, and Lamb slams it home.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Bucket is good.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Hornets ball.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December, taking a look at Charlotte. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, there's the Knicks. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And right now for the Knicks, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
The talent's not there, Greg. Plain and simple. You can't fault their effort, but they just don't have the roster to compete with the big boys.
Shoots from the baseline. Walker's shot is off.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Here's Vonleh. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 8th assist in the game.
77.
Walker looking for an opening. It's deflected. They retain possession. That one drops for him. 18 points for Cody Zeller. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Hardaway. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ron Baker, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Charlotte's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Pass to Batum. Lamb with the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And a moment to see numbers for Nicholas Batum. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Now, here's Walker. 15 points in the game. He kicks to Lamb. Inside. The Knicks pull it in. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And finished off by Hezonja.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Pass to Walker from outside the arc. Offensive rebound, Batum, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Batum's got 11.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Here's Hezonja. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Step back shot, and he connects with the jumper. 13 points in the game.
Well, in addition to Batum's solid perimeter shooting, he is also very efficient from the mid-range, dropping in these shots consistently.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Lamb passes to Zeller. Kicks it to Lamb. Charlotte moving it around. Walker finds Zeller. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Walker. The tray. That shot off the mark. So New York will take it the other way.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
For New York, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off. So for the Knicks, Knox, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Moutier. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C-Webb, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well. Right. Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that day.
Great perspective on that topic. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now for an update on Tim Hardaway Jr.'s injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Always a solid all-around player. Marvin Williams' improvement from range has made him a little more dangerous.
Well, think about this. Over his first 3 seasons, he shot under 30% from distance. That's not good. But in recent seasons, he shot over 40% a couple times. That's great. That'll keep you relevant in today's game.
Back to Walker. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
And then Walker gets it going. He's tenacious. Feels like he can take on anyone.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kemba Walker picks one up. The Knicks have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the Knicks making a change here. Trier's checked in. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. That one is no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half. And letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Stolen by Robinson. Fast break, here we go. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
To the middle. Here's Zeller. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. The Knicks making a switch here. Dotson's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Bridges comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Kemba Walker. And the Hornets with possession here. To the inside. Here's Robinson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Robinson's got 10 points in the game. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to Bridges. Here's Zeller. In the corner, it's Monk. Parker surveying the floor. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Here's Ntilikina. And again, New York with the triple.
He logs his first 3 of the second half. After nailing 2 in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
Charlotte has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Parker, 6 points for him. The pass to Monk. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
In that game against the Lakers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
The free throw drops for Monk.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Parker kicks to Monk. Parker passes to Monk. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Monk's got 7 points in the game.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Parker outside. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. The Hornets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And the potential that Kid Gilchrist has is exciting. A rangy defender who is finding his offense slowly but surely.
He hits the second from the line. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Charlotte's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Back to Parker. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for him.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Ntilikina, it's deflected.
And despite the short wingspan for a big man, Kaminsky with the height and timing to steal block shots. Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
Pass to Parker. Wide open look. The Knicks pull it in. Knox has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ntilikina. Wasted no time on that one. Ntilikina's got 43 points.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
Parker outside. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 6. That one wide left. New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Good on the shot. Knox has got 6 points.
Nice Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
Anytime he gets a chance inside, Kid Gilchrist is looking to destroy that rim.
Here's Ntilikina. And the layup's good off the glass. Ntilikina's got 45 points. A minute 20 left in the third. There's the feed to Parker. Intercepted. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Ntilikina can't hit. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. .54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kicks to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Back to Parker. Drills it from outside. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Knicks.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. Yes, that goes in. He's got 6.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Hardaway. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Parker drives in. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the basket by Kaminsky. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hardaway. Makes it off the glass. Hardaway has got 43 points.
I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And so it's the New York Knicks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth, we've got Bridges. Kaminsky out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard.
Shooting for New York, Mitchell Robinson. At the line for 2.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain. Sure. Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our offseason normally is just as exciting
know.
as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
Oh, that's fun. The first one falls.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Good on both. Here's Trier. Lee in the posts. He's against Parker. Lee gets the bucket.
And when Lee has the ball there, it's over. He's going up for the throwdown every time.
Parker kicks to Kaminsky. Here's Graham. Hits the three-point bomb. Graham's got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first two quarters, though.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last two possessions. They're going that one now.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
Here's Bridges. They get it again. And it's Graham missing. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Trier, that's good.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And he makes good on the layup.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Charlotte's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Parker, here we go. Sweet little floater. Parker's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, when Parker uses that burst of speed on the drive, he's nearly impossible to get in front of. And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Each team has 1 inactive player per night. Would upping that amount, you think, C-Web, of active players on game day change anything at all?
I don't believe so, because the inactive player we're talking about usually is at the bottom of the roster. And so if you look at the next man up theory, that means that the last guy on the bench at that time, it's his time to get that playing time. So I don't think that the inactive players would change anything, because it's still a team sport, and those guys earn their playing time in practice. And so that guy at the end of the bench is still one of the greatest players in the world and can contribute at any time.
Kaminsky misses. For New York, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Shots good by Lee.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Well, give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
And here is Kaminsky. Charlotte no good that time either. And even 3-on-3 break. Some nice passing by New York here. Lee, that's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And Graham throws it down.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. A different look for New York. Vonleh comes in for Robinson. And it's Moutier in for Trier. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Biombo's checked in. Moutier kicks to Lee. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Parker. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
One of the guys who only has one mode. I mean, aggressive and explosive presence at all time.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Graham, defended by Moutier. It's Parker outside, in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Passes to Graham, feeds it to Bridges. It's rebounded by Vonleh. Vonleh's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Lee, who's back up, and it's good on the way in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Parker finds Biombo. Now Graham. Biombo with it. Defended by Moutier. Basket counts.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Here's Cornette. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup. Cornette's got 4 points in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Biombo. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. They'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Here's Biombo. Tries again.
And that's one thing Lee really takes pride in. That's his defense. He can guard so many different positions very well thanks to his quickness and length.
Cornette can't get it to go.
Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Rob. And now the Knicks on the break for the finish. And Lee with the stuff.
That's the athleticism that Lee has. Quick off his feet for easy flushes.
Lamb with the ball. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Web. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz and you trade the player that we love so much and he's an all-star and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player and I want to celebrate with this guy at the all-star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quickly.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Parker. Biombo trying to break free, and Parker gets it to go. The assist from Jeremy Lamb.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
It's good. Lee's got 20 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Parker. And the pass to Bridges. Now Lamb. Shot clock at 6. Parker outside. Shot on the wing. Offensive rebound. Bridges gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Pass to Parker. Down low. Here's Lamb. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Yes. Parker's got his 8th assist in the game.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Parker.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA has gone switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say, and I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions, and if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Here's Vonleh on target from 13 feet.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Charlotte's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Parker kicks to Kid Gilchrist, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
Oh, that's the feathery, soft touch of Kid Gilchrist. Love watching him sink these delicate floaters.
Here's Moutier. Here's Vonleh. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
Here's Baker. Not really his range, and it's off target.
They're willing to give him that shot. As my coach say, you're open for a reason.
Bridges shot. Good. And so here is New York. Shoots a 3. Moutier, no good. Charlotte shooting it well here in the 4th quarter at 50%. To the middle, pulls it up. A second chance effort. Parker's shot is off. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. The shot by Vonleh, no good. So it's the Hornets now. Here's Bridges. Biombo kicks to Lamb. He's looking for Kid Gilchrist and finds him. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And the defense's goal has to be keeping MKG away from the rim. That's when he's dangerous.
And the Knicks miss again. Charlotte shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
Look at Kid Gilchrist in attack mode. I love it. Putting the defense in a tough spot.
Shooting for Charlotte, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops. Lee's checked in for the Knicks. Frank Ntilikina comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here is Hazonia. Jacks up a three. No good there. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And the dunk by Biyombo.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And who'd have thought he'd be the guy to shake them out of this losing streak? Maybe that's been the problem. He hasn't been playing as big a role as he should have. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lee outside. The shot missing. And Charlotte will come the other way. Bridges with it. Here's Lamb. The rebound by Hazonia. Here's Lee. Banked in off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Fires from deep. So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.